My goal is to demolish everybody, to be honest. Everybody that's in my way. The pinnacle to any weight division is to have all of the belts, all of the titles.
I have wrestled with an alligator. I done tussled with a whale. I done handcuffed lightning, throw thunder in jail. That's bad. Only last week, I murdered a rock. Angela Stone hospitalized a brick. That's bad. I'm so mean, I make medicine sick. Fast. Last night I cut the light off my bedroom, hit the switch, was in the bed before the room was dark. All you chumps are gonna bow when I whip him. All of you, I know you got him. I know you got him, Dick. But the man's in trouble. I'm gonna show you how great I am.
When I was a casual, I thought as a casual, I spoke like a casual, and I looked at boxing like a casual. But when I became a hardcore, I put away all those casual things. This is Michael Rogers, and welcome to Bodywork Boxing. Welcome back. It's Michael Rogers. Welcome to Bodywork Boxing. And before I get into Gary Antuanne Russell against Rances Barthelemy, being a person that came from the DMV area, more specifically Landover, Maryland, and DC area, I would be remiss if I didn't take time out to honor the patriarch, the big papa of the Russell family, who transitioned not too long ago. I know that all his sons are inspired. They have his energy with them, and I just want to do a bell count for him, just to honor him and what he brought to the table. Now that I got that out the way, let's talk about Gary Antuanne Russell, who I like to call the Punisher, who's gonna get a new nickname, the Demolition Man, taking on Rances Kid Blast Barthelemy. Antuanne is actually coming in 15-0, stopped everybody he's been in the ring with, and he's 5'10". They got him listed at 5'10". They got Kid Blast listed at 5'10" as well, and I'm gonna call him Bart, you know what I'm saying? So they got Bart listed at 5'10", but at the weigh-in you can clearly see that Rances probably got him by about an inch or two. Maybe a good strong inch in height. The reach advantage, he got him with a 3.5 inch reach advantage, with Gary Antuanne having a 69 inch reach and Bart having a 72.5 reach. It's a significant age difference, and Gary Antuanne is 26 and Rances Barthelemy is 37 years old. And I like to draw some kind of parallels. See, Rances Barthelemy, he actually fought Carl Relic, and Carl Relic fought Regis. So Rances Barthelemy actually got a loss to Carl Relic, a draw with Robert Easter, and Carl Relic got stopped by Regis Prograis. And I only bring up Regis because he's in 140. He's a very notable name. He's a force to be reckoned with, and he's doing his own thing as well. But he's a southpaw. So I would like to see what's going to happen in this match. We know that Rances got some power. You know that he has the reach. He's a veteran in the game. He got that Cuban style boxing. But you talking about a young, vicious, punishing, I call it the jailhouse style. The way he cuts the ring off, I don't see anybody really doing that the way he does it. with that lateral movement he has where you cannot get out of his way and he tracks you down. He keeps distance. He's one of the masters at distance, along with Errol Spence and Shakur Stevenson. I believe that he's always at a distance that he's comfortable with. So I think this is going to be an interesting fight. Leading into the fight, you know, this man said he wanted to demolish everything in his division. You know what I'm saying? Either get out his way, get out the division. He's talking about some big names. He's talking about Devin. He's saying Tank, you know, when they're being brought up, he's saying I can go up, I can go down. And he actually showed that he stays in very good shape. Came in at 137 and the fight is at 140. And Rances Bart, he actually came in at 139.6. So we got a fight. You know, I think that this young man is here to make a statement, ended by punctuation. You know, he has a vicious stab jab to the body. He's a body snatcher. You know, this is body work boxing. So we always going to cater to our boxers who love to go to that body. And the head gonna follow. So, you know, as far as stoppages and all that, I like to kind of respect fighters. You know, I just know that history says that Gary Antuanne is going to do his thing. You know, I think Mr. Gary Russell being in the corner, you know, actually taking the reins over with the patriarch, you know, having transition. And you got middle bro Gary Antonio, you know what I'm saying, who also boxes around and all that good energy, man. I just think that Gary Antuanne, in his endeavors, as they actually develop him, because there's a lot of people out here being built, but he's actually being developed. And I would say that this would be his, you know, his third name of note. You know, he actually took care of Postile. And before that, he took care of Santiago, who before that, Santiago fought Adrian Broner and wasn't able to get the job done. But Santiago in his camp basically quit on the stool. It was a no-mind situation. So I'm looking for the same thing. You know, when I look at Rances, I think that he does have some good, sneaky good power. You know, sometimes I question the mechanics, you know what I'm saying? And I think that as time go on, and if he can't afford to make any mistakes against Gary Antuanne. I think as time goes on and he gets weary, I heard a similar take like that with Greg Hackett over there on YSM on his video. He always do a good hot take on these fighters, man. He's brutally honest. He gives expert opinion. He also pulls out angles that nobody ever thinks. He said that if Bart's legs get tired, then it's gonna be a wrap. And I say that, you know, if he gets sloppy or fatigued, because it's clear, Gary Antuanne said he don't get more than like 5 pounds out of weight, if that. He pretty much stay on weight. He walk around pretty much at how he fight, except for the little fine tuning when you just fine tune just to get down on the scale. But the man came in with weight that could have been gained before he even rehydrated. That's the scary part. Anyways, man, I want to give the young brother from the DMV love. Sometimes I find myself in an awkward position because I'm from Landover, Maryland, born and raised in PG County, back and forth to DC. Had my grandmother staying on Bennett Road, Southeast, and, you know, I grew up in Suitland in some parts. But when I came out the Army a couple of years ago, settled down in South Carolina, I moved back up here, and I happened to land in Baltimore. And people from Baltimore and down there in that part of Maryland, DC area, they just don't get along. So I got love for all the DMV brothers, the young fighters, and I got love for Baltimore because I stay here. I grew up in these surroundings, and I'm living in these surroundings, and I try to support all the DMV fighters. I just look for Mr. Gary Antuanne Russell to actually put on a show. He is a cerebral punisher. I look for Mr. Gary Russell Jr. to actually show the acumen and the IQ, you know, calling the shots, having Gary Antuanne make those adjustments in the ring. And I just think that he's going to put on a good performance. I know that he has his eyes set on bigger and better things, and I don't expect anything less of him. So I'm sending out a lot of positive energy to the Russell brothers. I hope it's a good fight. I respect Bart a lot. I know he's going to come and bring it. You know, he only has 1 loss and 1 draw. And he's coming in at 29-1-1. So he done took care of 29 people, and he done knocked out 15 of them. So, you know, So I look forward to this fight. It's a sneaky good fight on the Garcia Benavidez undercard. And I'm gonna put a little shindig together, have some people over, and we gonna watch the fight and just have a good time. So for all my listeners, all my subscribers, you're in for a treat if you tune in to see Gary Antuanne Russell put on a statement accentuated by punctuation. Here at Bodywork Boxing, where we don't take things for face value. We do that body work.
All right, I believe you. But my Tommy don't. Get down on your knees and tell me you love me.
My word, I do what I do. He knows what I'm about to tell him right now. It's Mr. Keep running your mouth. That's what I do.
I just feel like I'm the champ, and at the end of the day, I'm just a fighting motherfucker. It doesn't matter. Inside, outside, I can just fight. So I just feel like if it gets down to the wire, we gotta lock it up, I'm out on top.
Hey, as you can see how I'm looking, I stay solid. I'm always solid. I stay fuck solid on the ring. You know what I'm saying? To the fans and all.
You know, you outside the ring in the fighter, like I said before, ain't no safety on the clock, so